Automation, the most beautiful word in business. Today, I'm going to show you how to automate your social media so that it works for you every single day while still sounding like you. I don't know about you, but moments after I wake up, I check my email first and then all my social media. I know, I shouldn't do that first thing in the AM, but I can't help it. It's instinct. Can you relate? I want to see what's been happening, what the activity is, and if there are any burning questions that my students have that I need to answer. And that takes up enough of my time. Asking me to then post on every single channel, sometimes multiple times a day, is way too much. Which takes me back to walking home from the coffee shop 6 months into Visibility Vixen, trying to post to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram on the way and feeling like I wanted to hurl because my anxiety was so high. How could I keep this up every single day forever? And honestly, I can't. You can't. None of us can. Instead, I've learned to batch and automate. So when I wake up, all my channels have been posted to. My business marketing is still running without me, and I get to engage, not constantly try to create. It's been a lifesaver. So let's get you started on that same successful social media path, shall we? For the sake of this video, I'd like to focus on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Not saying that you can't have more, but this is plenty of a start for you to learn the system, and then you can expand to other platforms. So let's start with Facebook and Twitter. Totally different beasts. We're talking a hippogriff versus a grindelow. And yes, I've been rewatching Harry Potter lately. I find it to be fascinating how different they are when they both have news feeds and they're both social platforms, but they are very, very different. I found that Facebook is much more engagement based. People want content that they can think on, process, and comment with. A couple of examples I've seen are, what software should I use for my email responder? How about for passwords? What do I use? Or, I just made my own candied pumpkin. Look. Or, I need luggage recommendations for an upcoming trip. Does anyone have ideas? It can be a hard platform because it's exhausting. You can literally pull up your Facebook and spend 12 hours at a time engaging and thinking up posts. It can be endless. Twitter, on the other hand, I found to be a much more fan-based platform. Yes, you can build your audience. My biggest audience is on Twitter, but it's not the same kind of engagement as it is with Facebook. People want action content, videos, links to podcasts, blogs, more, and more. Value, value, value. And they don't care if it's recycled or not. So the retweets, hearts, and shout outs fly because everything's automated for me, and I'll show you how. It's important to note that even though I'll be recommending the same software to automate both Facebook and Twitter, you need to have custom content for each, okay? I recommend Meet Edgar. This is the holy grail of social media schedulers and recyclers. And for someone who needs content sent out months in advance and then recycled to my Facebook group, private group, personal page, fan page, I'm as attached to Meet Edgar as my iPhone. Meet Edgar allows you to create categories like blogs, podcasts, Facebook group prompts, press. You get the idea. And you have two options here. When you upload content to Meet Edgar, you can either schedule it once, so it's a one and done, or just save it generally so that it can appear over time as you recycle your posts. So let's say that you're looking at your Meet Edgar calendar and you decide you want random content taken from each of your categories to be posted to your fan page at 10 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You simply select those times on the calendar and select random. Boom, you're done. I personally use Meet Edgar to loop content and to schedule it months out for launches so that I don't ever have to worry about it. And it's been a lifesaver. I also use Meet Edgar for Twitter. Insert hallelujah chorus here. Because Twitter is a much busier news feed, I know I need to be posting there at least once per hour to even try to keep up. And Meet Edgar is totally down with that. The calendar is all customized so that it's posting random content from my blogs, publicity, podcast, etc. every single hour for my tweets. And if I have a launch coming up, I simply adjust the calendar to pull from that launch category 4 or 5 times a day. Bam, I'm done. I know there's another less expensive software out there called SmarterQ, very similar to Meet Edgar. And I have a lot of industry friends who absolutely love it. So you may want to start there because it's a little bit cheaper. But here's the big but. You can only have 10 content category types. So for me, I have about 20, so it wouldn't work for me. But if you're starting out or you can limit it to 10 categories, you can definitely check out SmarterQ. Now let's talk about Instagram. And for Instagram, I recommend Grum. So now Facebook and Twitter are all done and you're saving a ton of money on hiring someone to post for you because you're using a software instead. But what about Instagram? Instagram is much trickier because they're more strict about automation. But the good news, I found a way through the maze. After personally talking to Ivan, the founder of an Instagram posting software named Grum, I can tell you with 100% certainty that they are safe. Grum posts your scheduled photos using native posting, not the Instagram API. Other softwares use the API, and that's what violates Instagram's terms of service. So now you know it's safe. So what exactly does it do? Grum allows you to upload your photo or video along with caption and your first comment. That means that you can put all your hashtags in the first comment instead of clogging up your caption and have it all done in advance. Pretty sweet, right? Together, you can completely automate your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram posting so you can free up your time while looking totally on fire online. Remember, each platform is vastly different, so don't just spam post the same thing everywhere. Take the time to customize your images. Feed your audience where they're at. And know that by investing about $50 total a month, you can focus a few days on the month's content, then work the other aspects of your business throughout the month. I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, I have even more value coming for you with the Visibility Summit Message Mastery. We're covering social media, we're covering email responders, funnels, website design, everything, and you're not gonna want to miss it. So be sure to check out the link below, sign up so that you get a front row seat.